plaguing us lately. But I want to thank Renda Snyder from the Dayton Funny Bone. She supported us last year, and this year she put me in contact with your first performer of the night. And you guys out there, you need a laugh. I want to present Dale Bloomquist.
Woo, yeah, Dale, where you at, Dale, where you at? Oh, yeah, let's go! We are ready for this celebration today, and you don't need a day just to thank a vet out there, so just tell them thanks and shake their hand, and we'll all be smiling. I get to travel around a lot as I do comedy, and I was driving through a state, and I seen a big billboard on it. It said, illiterate, with a question mark. And then it said, write for free info. Thinking they're missing their target audience on that one. Went to a festival, and in the middle of the festival was a big tent on Main Street. It had the word Psychic Fair above it. Walked up to the door, had another sign that says canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. I didn't say it was a good psychic. Let's see. We got lots of things happening. I was driving through Oklahoma. You guys know Oklahoma, right? Their state tree is a telephone pole. That's how flat that state is. It's an ugly, ugly sight. I grew up in a little town from here because my dad was in the military. He grew up in Fairborn, Ohio. When he got stationed at Wright Pat, I went to school in Fairborn, Ohio, and I graduated from Fairborn, Ohio, and now I'm doing comedy, and I live in Fairborn, Ohio. Things aren't going exactly well for me, are they? Yeah, so another couple things about being in Fairborn like that. We have, my dad was in the service, and he'd always tell me some jokes, some silly jokes. And I know he didn't write them, but he would always tell them no matter what. He goes, Dale, a thief stole a calendar, and all he got was 12 months. That was an Air Force Master Sergeant telling you that, Senior Master Sergeant joke from him. He would also say stuff like, Velcro! What a ripoff. That's all I got from him, so I won't tell any more of those. And again, you don't even have to remember my name, because tomorrow if you're talking about this, I'm just a guy who stopped the band from playing. I'm going to turn them loose here in a little bit. I know. I remember back in high school, when you guys remember sex ed from high school? Yeah, don't worry, this joke's not going that direction. Sex ed from high school, I thought to myself, Ed, out of all the people I know, Ed has the greatest nickname. Okay. Let's see. Got in trouble where I live, because where I live in a senior place because I'm old, and got in trouble where I live. I got in trouble because I played music all night long. I played it outside, and they got mad at me. And I said, why are you guys mad at me? They said, you play the blues all night long, outside. What do you want? I said, well, I want depressed grass so it'll cut itself. You need emotions for that one to be funny? I didn't think I had to go that far with you guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I don't know about you guys, but I hate selfish people. Anybody else with me? All right, a couple of you. And I'll give you an example. Today, as a matter of fact, before I came here, I went grocery shopping. And I seen the most selfish person I've ever seen. One guy, and he was pushing like 20 carts. And he did this to me. I said, that yellow vest don't make it right, buddy.
Were you at Walmart?
So I'm old, and what do I have to do to cheer myself up? I went to the mall, and I parked in a handicap spot. And as soon as I started walking in, people started cheering me up. They'd say, "You're okay! There's nothing wrong with you!" I just want to thank you guys for cheering me up. I didn't really park in a handicap spot. That was strictly for the humor that you've all just enjoyed. You're welcome. we do stuff like that every once in a while. I went to the Bureau of Missing People, and nobody was there. You guys are enjoying this so much, I might just have to turn around and perform for the band. Went to the Bureau of Missing People. Now, this is good. I like you guys. I like coming out here. This is an awesome time. One thing that, when people pass away, people usually say a certain thing. But I can tell you this, right now, I'm a betting man, and I will bet that when Hugh Hefner dies, nobody says he's in a better place. He's got that pretty good place wrapped up right now. So, let's put my band back together. This is a thinker. This is a thinker. Pay attention. I was putting my band back together. We're called Edison. We're not as good as Tesla. We're more widely accepted. Huh? How about that? My nerd friends out there getting that. Yeah, if not, Google it. Google it, you'll get it. You'll be laughing in 20 minutes. I kid you not. You say, I don't care as long as that guy's off the stage, I'll be laughing. Get him off. Okay, I got you. Got fired from a job, got fired, and it was bad. It was in the middle of the week, they fired me. Not just that, but they did it in the middle of the day. In the middle of the week, middle of the day. Okay, that's fine. I didn't like that job. And then they fired me by text message. They sent me a text message that said, you're fired. And I replied, what for? And he replied back, for using your phone at work. My entire protest just got booted right there. Proof and all. I did once, my lovely girlfriend sent me a message. She said, I love you too. But she used the letters and the number. And I hate that. It's like saying K for K. Put the effort in, put the O. Just, let me know. So she said, I love you too. And I sent one back and said, I don't love you too, because I hate Bono. Went to one front row tickets to a Bono concert. And he started out there and people were silent, completely silent, much like you've been for me. And he just started clapping and nobody clapped with him. And then he went in to say, every time I clap my hands, a child dies of disease. So I said, quit clapping your hands! Power of Bono there. I know if you're younger than 25, you might know that, might not know Bono, so Google that again, you'll be laughing. That's 25 minutes later. I like to do suspended shows. So say suspended sets, so you can get some laughter later and enjoy that. Let's see what else we have here. Again, I went to a festival, had a guy come running up to me at that festival. He said, hey man, buy a raffle ticket for cancer. I said, that's a crappy prize. I think everybody in the world will always get notification of how well you're doing. Something's going to happen to let you know. So I do comedy, and I think I got this last week in the mail. I got a pre-declined credit card. Because things are going that well. Went to the bookstore on Monday. I bought a book of addictions. Then I went back on Tuesday and bought it again. Then again on Wednesday. I needed help. Finally got me some help, but I proved it. I went back to that bookstore and I bought me another book, an anti-gravity book, and now I can't put it down. Don't worry, we'll be playing a laugh track when I get the video on this. That's back-to-back book jokes, guys. You don't get that kind of stuff on Comedy Central. And this is the last time, because I'm not doing them again. That's just for you to enjoy out there. And I do appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. I did go in the Air Force because my dad went in the Air Force, and together we did over 25 years of service. Thank you very much. I give him most of the credit because he did 23 of those years. But without my 2, we wouldn't hit that milestone. We could have had more, but they kind of asked me to leave. Said, it's time for you to go, Dale. I said, that's 4 years. No, time for you to go. Got out of the Air Force, got married, found the sweetheart of my dreams. We've got a couple of kids out of it. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. But let me give you an idea of what we do. How do we stay together? We stay together through compromise. I'll give you an example of my compromise. My wife wanted a cat, and I did not want a cat. So we compromised, and we got a cat. Married guys know what I'm talking about right now. There's one time I didn't speak to my wife for 3 days. I didn't want to interrupt her. More married guys are chuckling at that. If their wives aren't with them right now beside them, that's pretty good. I like that one. Let's see, what else did my wife do? She once asked me, she said, or I once asked her, I said, honey, would you love me if I didn't have a penny to my name? And she said, yes, I would still love you, but I'd miss you. Just a thumbs up or thumbs down. I mean, I don't care anymore. I can't hear you guys laugh. I'm good. Let's see. So we've got that going out there. What else do we have about my wife? No. He doesn't know my wife.
Give it to the band.
She, friends of mine always come up here and ask me. They'd say, hey, man, they brag about their wives. They say, Dale, my wife's an angel. My wife's an angel. I said, you're lucky. Mine's still alive. I get cluster laughs all over, so we're doing all right. Another thing that kept us together was drinking. We drank a lot. And that meant one time I got pulled over. Police came up to my window and he knocked on it. You're going 50 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone. And I said, no, I wasn't. He said, yes, you were. I said, no, I wasn't. He said, yes, you were. And then she spoke up. I wouldn't argue with Dale when he's been drinking. That right there took us in front of the judge for our final divorce decree. That judge looks at me and he said, I'm going to give your wife $1,200 support a month. I said, that's cool, Judge. I'll try and chip in a few bucks when I can from time to time. So I'm looking for a new job to help raise $1,200 a month. Got a job at a Burger King. Opening manager, breakfast at Burger King. Open the doors at 6 o'clock every day. Breakfast at Burger King. Nobody ever came in my store till 8. Well, one time I had to go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, used it. Reached up, there was no toilet paper. So I don't know if you've been in this situation before. You say to yourself, I'll just have to go use the towels. Then you not only have to do that, you have to do that walk where you use your knees to keep your pants up. Like, push that stall door open and look. Oh man, we put in air blowers on Tuesday. So, well, nobody ever comes into my store till 8 o'clock. I'll just go down to the ladies. I'll get me some toilet paper, take care of everything. So as I'm walking down that hall, that front door swung open. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and then I said the only words that came to my mind. Welcome to Burger King, home of the Whopper. That's how I met my second wife. We used to go driving around all the time, and she'd say, why do you drive by your ex-wife's house every time we're dating? I said, you still got a thing for your ex-wife? I said, no, I just want to show you I can afford nice things. That's it. All right. Well, you guys having fun out there? Until now? Yeah? Well, you got some great music that you've already heard, and I can guarantee you're going to hear some great music. You guys tell me. All right, well, we are getting ready to bring up a great band for you here. In fact, they're already brought up. They are up here, ready to play music for you. On this band, we have almost everyone's a veteran or under 18. So we have a band for you, not Switch 1, This is Switch2, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.